Did you know that you can enjoy Christmas dinner, have dessert and still be kind to your blood sugar without being good all the time? So if you're living with type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, or you're just worried about your blood glucose and energy this December, this video is for you because I'm going to show you 3 simple science-backed hacks you can use over Christmas to blunt your blood glucose spikes, protect your pancreas and still enjoy the food and the fun. You learn why how you eat your Christmas food matters just as much as what you eat. 3 practical glucose hacks you can use at meals and parties, and how to approach December with a progress over perfection mindset so you don't start January feeling like you failed. I'm Dr. Nerys Frater, an NHS GP and founder of the Lifestyle Clinic in West Wales. I spend my days helping people with type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes and stubborn blood glucose issues to use lifestyle and food as medicine without feeling like you have to live on salad and willpower. And I'll be honest with you, December can be a really tricky time. There are mince pies in the office, tins of chocolates everywhere, meals out, parties, family gatherings. And if you've got diabetes or pre-diabetes, it can feel like your health has to go on hold until January. But this year I'm taking a different approach for myself as well as my patients. For the first time in my NHS career, I've decided to take the time between Christmas and New Year completely off. It feels like such a luxury. Normally, that week is a conveyor belt of coughs, colds and every winter bug you can imagine. This year, I want to stay well enough to actually enjoy the downtime. So my mantra for December is very simple: progress over perfection. If I can keep the wheels turning, feel reasonably good and arrive at Christmas in one piece, then it's a win. And that's the approach I want to share with you too. Healthy does not have to be hard, especially at this time of the year. So don't think of December as all or nothing. Let's start about how you can approach this month. A lot of people fall into one of 2 camps. One is I have to be perfect or there's no point trying. Or it's December, I'll just go wild and sort it out in January. Problem is, neither of those are helpful, especially if you've got type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. Instead, I wonder if you could think of December as a testing ground. You're not trying to overhaul your life. You're not trying to lose a stone before Christmas. You're simply trying a few small, smart habits that protect your blood sugar and your energy. If you can finish December having practiced 1 or 2 of these hacks, even imperfectly, you'll be miles ahead of where you would have been if you'd written the whole month off. So with that in mind, let's get into the 3 hacks. Hack number 1, the green starter. Eat more to protect your blood sugar. So the first hack is one of my favourites because it's about adding and not restricting. So eat a green starter before your main meal. If you're going out for a meal, heading to a party, or you know there'll be lots of sweet treats around, have a bowl of green vegetables before you go. Or choose a salad as your starter when you're out. Now this can be any vegetable really, raw or cooked. Anything that's high in fibre. So think salad leaves, broccoli, green beans, peas, cabbage, sprouts, cucumbers, peppers. We're not eating enough fibre in the UK, and fibre is incredibly protective, not just for your bowels, but for your blood glucose and long-term health. And here's what's happening when you do this. The fibre in the vegetable forms a kind of mesh in your intestines. That mesh slows down the absorption of what comes next, especially starches and sugars. And as a result, glucose is released more slowly into your bloodstream, and your blood glucose spike is much smaller. So a few practical points then. Eat it in about 2 hours of your main meal. Any vegetable does count, as I said, raw or cooked, but don't mash or juice them. Whole vegetable is best. Shop-bought soups often contain potato or added starch, so be careful with them. If you can even add olive oil or vinegar as a dressing, even better, because they both help lower the glucose and insulin spike. So you're literally eating more to protect your blood glucose level. So before the roast potatoes, before the mince pies, give your body a fibre shield. The second hack is the order you eat your food. This is the 73% glucose spike trick. It's all about the order in which you eat your food. Eat food in the right order. It goes like this. First, fibre. Second, protein or fat. And third, the starches and the sugars. And why does that matter? For the same reason as that green starter. Fibre, protein and fat slow down how quickly glucose enters the bloodstream. So let's take a classic Christmas dinner, for example, if you eat your vegetables first, avoiding the potatoes and the parsnips at this stage, you get that protective fibre effect on your gut. Then you would move on to the turkey, meat or other proteins along with any healthy fats. Only then do you eat the roast potatoes, the stuffing and any sweet sauces. And one study did show that eating in that order reduced the overall glucose spike by 73%. It reduced the insulin spike by 48%, and that is huge. And that was true for people with diabetes and for people without. And on top of that, fibre and protein slow down gastric emptying. Food stays in your stomach longer, so you feel fuller. And of course, protein and fat also trigger your fullness hormones, so you're more likely to stop eating when you've had enough. By leaving the starches and the sugars until last, they are the last to enter the intestines, and they've hit a system that's already buffered by fibre, protein and fat. The result? A smaller, slower glucose rise. So at Christmas dinner or any big festive meal, just remember veg first, protein and fat seconds, and the carbs last. And hack number 3, timing your sweet treats. This is about when you eat your sweet treats. Sweet treats are an inevitable part of Christmas. Mince pies, Christmas cake, chocolates, puddings. I'm not here to tell you to never to have them, but timing is everything. So have your sweet treats after a meal, not on an empty stomach. If you eat a slice of Christmas cake or a handful of chocolates on its own mid-morning or mid-afternoon with nothing else in your system, your blood sugar will spike fast and high because there's nothing to slow it down. If you eat the same treat after a meal or when your stomach already contains fibre, protein or fat, the sugar is absorbed more slowly and the spike is much smaller. So if you fancy a sweet treat, save it for after lunch or dinner, not as a standalone snack. Enjoy it mindfully and without guilt, knowing you've chosen the best time for your body. Oh, and one more practical tip. If you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, remember your pancreas is already working harder than it should, but enjoy Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Try not to let the chocolate free-for-all run right through to mid-January. After a couple of days, start clearing the boxes of chocolates. Give them away, take them to work or donate them to a food bank. The less temptation in your environment, the easier it is to stay on track. And of course, do consider January, but start now. One last mindset piece before we wrap up. A lot of people think, I'll just get through December and start again in January. But that actually puts a huge amount of pressure on the new year, and it often leads to that all or nothing spiral. So instead, I'd love you to think January starts now, but gently. Use December as a chance to try a green starter before big meals. Practice the fibre, protein, carb order at Christmas dinner. Save your sweets for after meals instead of grazing all day. You don't have to do all 3 perfectly. Even choosing one of these hacks and practicing it this month is a win. By the time January arrives, you won't be starting from zero. You'll already have some tools that work for you. And you know what? Be kind to yourself. Above all, remember this season is about joy, not guilt. And if things don't go perfectly, that's okay. One meal, one day, even 1 week doesn't undo everything you've done this year. Every small choice you make to protect your blood glucose, your energy, your future health is a step in the right direction. You deserve to enjoy Christmas and feel well. So if you found those hacks helpful and you'd like a bit more support over Christmas, I have put together a simple Christmas recipe bundle and a toolkit to help you make better choices at a glance. It's not a lecture and it's not about being perfect. It's a practical common sense guide with easy blood sugar friendly recipe ideas for the festive season, simple swaps you can make without feeling like you're missing out, and quick reference tips so you can glance when you're planning meals or head into a gathering. The whole idea is to help you feel less guilty and more in control while still enjoying the food and the people you love. If that sounds helpful, you'll find the link just below this video. Whatever you decide, remember, you do deserve to enjoy Christmas and to feel well. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm wishing you a calm, joyful and blood sugar friendly Christmas. Merry Christmas from me and from the Lifestyle Clinic team.